In this video, I'm going to share some statistics about shaken baby syndrome that are important to know. And so some of this information is coming from the New York State Department of Health. And, their website says that it is estimated that 1,000 to 3,000 children in the U.S. suffer from shaken baby syndrome each year. And 1/4 of victims, they die. And 80% of survivors, they suffer from permanent damage. And in the United States, the costs of hospitalization and continuing care for shaken baby syndrome victims can total $1.2 to $16 billion each year. And so how serious in New York is shaken baby syndrome? An average of 33 children under the age of 4. And I'm talking about New York because this is where I got some of this information, and they're just talking about New York in that specific article. But 33 children under the age of 4 years old are hospitalized each year for shaken baby syndrome. And so the average charge for each hospitalization is $65,000. And according to the National Center on Shaken Baby Syndrome, it's the leading cause of physical child abuse deaths in the U.S. Okay, so the leading cause of deaths, physical child abuse deaths in the U.S. I'm trying to say all these words all together and it's jumbling together. But it's shaken baby syndrome. That is the cause of that. And so it occurs most often in babies less than 6 months old. Okay, and so why is shaking a baby dangerous? So violent shaking for just a few seconds has the potential to cause severe injuries. So while shaking may cause injury to children of any age, children are the most susceptible to being injured during their first year of life. And factors that contribute to a baby's vulnerability, those include that babies' heads are just heavy and large in proportion to their body size. Babies have weak neck muscles, and babies have fragile, undeveloped brains. And so there's a large size and strength difference between the victim and the perpetrator. And so, can tossing my baby in the air or playing rough cause shaken baby syndrome is a question that people ask. And shaken baby syndrome is a form of abuse that happens when an infant or small child is violently shaken. And they're not caused by things like bouncing a baby on your knee or tossing a baby in the air, jogging with a baby, bicycling with your baby, falls off of the couch or furniture, sudden stops in a car, driving over bumps. And although those activities can be dangerous, they are not, the cause of shaken baby syndrome injuries. And so some of the consequences of shaken baby syndrome include learning disabilities, physical disabilities, visual disabilities or blindness, hearing impairment, speech disabilities, cerebral palsy, seizures, behavior disorders, cognitive impairment. Death is also a major, complication and consequence. And so if you suspect a child has been shaken, of course, you need to seek immediate medical attention for the child. And this is important to me because this happened to my child. And this is why I share this information. And like I said, most of this information, I got these statistics from these websites, but I also have a personal experience. This happened to my child, and she was 3 months old, and then she was severely disabled. She survived it and was severely disabled for 3 years until her initial injuries finally caused her body to shut down and she passed away. And so I share this information because this could save a life. And if you feel the need to share anything I ever post, but especially a video that's talking about something like this, then please feel free to share. You can find our full story in my book, Going Through Trials with God, 7 Lessons Learned Through Shaken Baby Syndrome. It's by Sierra Cooke. You can find it on Amazon or Audible. It has our full story in it. But just feel free to share this video. You never know who might need to see this. And I look forward to seeing you on my next video.